Mr. Demmons responds very succinctly, "I did that." Shh.
If you think Fredo Bang acting as the getaway driver for YNW Melly after killing his friends was crazy, wait till you hear the details on how YNW Melly allegedly admitted to killing his friends. It's day one of Melly's trial, and the prosecutors are coming hot after Melly. From text messages to voice recordings and whatever you can think of, these prosecutors are doing everything to show that Melly actually killed his friends. But did Melly just make their jobs easier by admitting to killing his friends? Keep watching till the end of this video to see YNW Melly allegedly admits he killed his two friends during the trial. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Before we get into the video, I want to give a quick shout out to the #1 celebrity jeweler, the Ice Champ. The Ice Champ is doing a special deal for the next 24 hours on diamond watches, chains, and more. Follow at the Ice Champ on Instagram now. YNW Melly murder case. How about we run a little recap in case you missed the tea? YNW Melly's legal issues all began in 2018 after he and one of his friends, YNW Bortlin, planned and assassinated two of their friends, YNW Sack Chaser and YNW Juvie. According to reports, the tragic incident took place after the group had left a recording studio in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The prosecution believes that an argument broke out over money that YNW Sack Chaser and YNW Juvie stole from YNW Melly. The prosecution believes that the group got into a fight as they drove away from the studio, and it was on that trip YNW Melly pulled the trigger on Sack Chaser and Juvie. However, with YNW Bortlin by his side, the two decided to frame up a drive-by shooting, as though they had been attacked. They proceeded to take the bodies to the Memorial Hospital in Miramar, Florida, where they told the authorities that there had been a drive-by shooting. Immediately after the news went public, YNW Melly posted to his social media page where he shared that he had lost his brothers, and that those who killed YNW Juvie and YNW Sack Chaser did so that they could see him break down. He wrote on the social media post, "They took my brothers from me over jealousy. They want to see me break down and stop, or in jail or in a box." Of course, his fans sympathized with him over the loss of his friends, but the story soon took a turn. 5 months after the encounter, the authorities issued a warrant for the arrest of YNW Melly and YNW Bortlin. Although he wasn't brought in by cops, YNW Melly turned himself in to the authorities. He took to his social media where he informed his fans that he was going to be arrested. He wrote on his Instagram, "To all my fans and the supporters, no, I did not get locked up in Washington, but I am turning myself in today. I want you guys to know I love you and appreciate every single one of y'all. A couple of months ago, I lost my two brothers to violence, and now the system wants to find justice. Unfortunately, a lot of rumors and lies are being said, but no worries, God is with me at YNW Bortlin, and we want y'all to remember it's a YNW family. I love you at YNW Sack Chaser 1 and at YNW Juvie. Hashtag free us." Although YNW Bortlin was released on bond as he awaited his own trial, YNW Melly, who the prosecutors believed to have pulled the trigger, was locked up in February 2019 and is not undergoing trial. YNW Melly trial. So many things have happened to YNW Melly since he got locked up in 2019. From being locked up without bail to the possibility of facing the death penalty in Florida. Melly has been through it all, and from the looks of it, his verdict will be here anytime soon. On Monday, June 12, 2023, YNW Melly's trial began, as both the defense and prosecution laid out their cases before they'll get into the details in these coming weeks. From the looks of it, YNW Melly will be admitting to knowing the killers, while maintaining his claim that he wasn't the one who pulled the trigger on the night of the shooting. The defense will be pinning the murder on YNW Bortlin, who was present with Melly on the day of the shooting. According to the defense, YNW Bortlin was the one who took the bodies to the hospital, and investigators claim that 3 people were in the vehicle when he arrived at the Memorial Hospital, and 2 of these people lay lifeless at the back of the car. They further added that YNW Bortlin had a change of clothes when he dropped off the deceased body of Juvie and Sack Chaser at the hospital, But while cleaning up, he didn't notice that there was still some gun residue on his hands, indicating that he had fired a weapon at close range.
Gunpowder residue on his hands, evidencing that he had discharged a firearm.
To top it off, he lied about where the incident happened, where they were driving from, and several other details while giving a statement at the hospital.
He lies about where the incident occurred, he lies about how it occurred, and he lies about not having a phone.
The attorney proceeded to say that the investigators botched the investigation, as the rule of investigation is that anything which isn't followed up within the first 48 hours would be a lost or hidden fact of the case. Highlighting that this is over 48 months later, the attorney closed his statement. Fredo Bang, involvement in the case. The story since the incident happened has been that YNW Melly was in the vehicle of YNW Portland and YNW Juvie and Sack Chaser when the incident occurred. So when the defense claimed that only 3 people made it to the hospital, it led to the question, where was YNW Melly when YNW Portland went to the hospital? And why wasn't he in the vehicle? Well, the prosecutors might just have the answer to that question. According to the prosecutors, YNW Melly was at the side of the road after the incident happened, as he did not accompany YNW Portland to the hospital. However, after Portland left, YNW Melly sent a drop pin of his location to Fredo Bang at about 4:42 a.m., asking him to come pick him up from the sites. Fredo Bang reportedly showed up to pick up YNW Melly about 11 minutes after YNW Melly sent the first text. At this time, the prosecutors are still trying to get Fredo Bang to testify in the trial. The prosecutors also pointed out that YNW Melly sent a text to a friend, admitting that he committed the murder, although they didn't specify if the friend in question was Fredo Bang. According to the prosecuting attorney, an individual reached out to YNW Melly asking him if he was doing okay after word had gotten out of the shooting. In the words of the attorney,
And Mr. Demmons responds very succinctly, I did that. Shh.
evidence against YNW Melly. With the death penalty in view, if Melly is found guilty, the prosecutors are doing all that they can to provide evidence that will show that Melly committed the crime, but will show the clothes of the victims will be the missing piece in this year's long case. Prosecutors presented before the court surveillance footage, a video that showed YNW Melly leaving the studio on that fateful night and getting into the car where YNW Juvie and YNW Sack Chaser got killed. The prosecution also presented photos of the victims' bloody clothing and personal items, alongside photos of the crime scene. That's the end of today's video, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe for more content. Also, don't forget to smash that like button and leave a comment down below. Thanks.